Dance all, I mean everything.
Yeah, this is Martin representing for Excqution sound, you know. Not Afghanistan, All Saints Village, you know. MC Katy Perry, semi DJ Ice Queen, Muscle. Watching the mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come the man called Mortimer. Them better overstand now. We there in at the place with Excqution sound. Watch it, hey. I know every sound a sound. None of them could have better than Excqution sound. Dubbing at them face selector, boy a drop a ground. Better overstand yourself, cause Excqution have the guns. Hey, we not come fi look no friend. Slaughter them sound and not pretend we are pretend, yeah. So listen keen when Excqution.
Hi guys, it's Barbuda TV with another exclusive, a long-awaited exclusive that we've been trying to put together for many moons. But finally, Barbuda TV is sitting down here with Excqution sound, the female killers. How is it? How are you? Everything good?
Yeah. Good.
Alright, so I'd like to start from the very beginning with you guys. If you could first of all, each of you introduce yourself and give the role that you play in the song. Anyone could feel free to start anyway.
Not me thought she was about to start.
I did think so.
Well, my name is Katie Ann, aka Katy Perry, and I'm the MC of the song. That's my role.
Yeah, and I'm Marcia, also known as DJ Ice Queen, and I'm the selector, the shooter of the song.
My name also party management and music selection.
Respect. You see, that's important for people to know, you know? Alright, are there any members that are not here present today?
No, we are all three of us are the members of the song.
Okay.
And the only members of the song.
Alright. And just for the people to know, we're currently sitting in Codrington, Barbuda, as we're about to go to a sound clash this evening, but we'll get into that a little later. So, how did y'all come together? When was the sound established, first of all? When was the sound built, and how did it come about?
So we'll have Muscle explain that part.
Well, the song built in, come to see, 2004. I think early 2004.
Alright.
Yeah, built by me alone, nobody else.
Okay, so at that time it was just you were alone in the song?
Yeah.
No members?
Mm-hmm.
Did you play any songs before? I had a feeling you did.
Yeah, we just owned 2 songs before that. Further on sound, and the next song in Top Shot.
Oh, respect. Which one came first?
As in,
Which
Top
one?
Shot first,
And then further on? Respect.
Yeah.
And which part of Antigua you come from?
not go.
That is it.
Better known as not Afghanistan.
Oh, whoa. Alright, so, at what stage did you bring, Ice Queen and Katie into the battlefield? Or into the song, I just said.
Well, and the screen start first.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, that.
I think that's around 2014.
2014.
Around 2014.
Okay, so you put in 10 years of work before you even start look for
10.
and 2004 years,
Before
right?
we start look for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Excqution, I mean. Yeah, so you put in a lot of groundwork before you started to.
Definitely.
And I would assume that came about naturally, right? It was,
Yeah.
you just happened to form the song because the timing was right? Yeah? And Katie came in at what stage now?
24.
3.
24.
24
was the first appearance at Island Clash.
But you
So I
know,
stayed.
But I mean day before.
I was there before, but I wasn't a part of the
Part
song,
of it,
or I wasn't the MC of the song.
Gotcha.
So I would consider 2024 to be the time when, I formed part of the team.
Official.
Part of the team,
Official.
yeah.
Okay, understood. Now, was there a female MC before yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a female MC before us. But
No,
then,
but
but
they
then
were-
wait, you realize it's 20. When must I say when he started the song? 2004. 4. Marcy said she started 2014, and we can remember 2024.
10 years.
So you realize this is always a 10-year gap. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, before me, there was another MC.
How is she no longer with the team? I assume because you said all the members are here.
Correct.
She decided to move on. That's no longer.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about how the musical journey began, especially for you, Muscle, because you played 2 songs before. So tell me about your early days growing up, how you came into music, and some of the influences.
Well, me play music since school days.
What school you went to?
Since cassette days.
What school you went to?
Golden Grove School.
Golden Grove School.
Alright. Yeah, and after Top Shatter, well, the man I never me pan the team, me and 2 other man, pan Top Shatter. And then, really interested in after that.
Okay.
So then I left. So me changed my name again to further on. Then I meet a Rasta man by the name of Bashan. Yeah. So he become an MC. And then I do, I think, 2 Island Clash. 2 Island Clash, yeah, I lose 2, but I do good, same way. You check? Yeah, I do ton of dancing in Antigua.
I do a 45 shootout too.
Plenty of 45 shootout.
Yeah.
Win a couple clash, I win about 7 clash together.
Yeah, man, further on, definitely we make a dent in the business. You know? So, at that time, Top Shot never clash? No?
No.
So it's only further on company clashing.
Yeah.
What influenced you to make that step to clashing? You know, most of us have like an idol somewhere who we rate and
Well, to tell the honest truth, I hear a poison that, I hear music poison that clash bodyguard. Yeah, I think that I mean up by a Chinese restaurant there, or by bus station there.
East bus station?
Yeah, up the East bus station, it's a Chinese restaurant there. Bodyguard and poison that kick them up. So, me love the scene, you check?
Right.
So, from that, I just walk.
That
Be a
is
walk.
it. One day never look back. Alright. Ice cream, tell me a little bit about your upbringing now. Where you go?
Well, for me, I always loved music, right? I used to live in Grace Farm, right? So, I just have a little laptop and play I just have virtual DJ. I just play little music and
Right.
no, what me do now, but
You try.
me play,
Right.
me play,
Right.
and then end up moved to Not Grow 2011, and then meet up in Muscle in 2014, and then meeting him as a sound man, and then already loving music is like.
Didn't just farm that.
And then I wasn't playing. Well, I was doing a little thing. He was teaching me. The first thing I learned was CD. I used a CD.
Right, see the time.
Yeah, I used a CD, and then we left from that, and then we go to the laptop.
Right.
Because I had a laptop, so we go to the laptop and everything, and then we went to an island clash. Down at Utters.
Wow, cool.
I can't remember the year. I don't remember if it was the same 2014 or it was 2015.
I think that in the recreation from. I think that in the recreation.
No, recreation, YMCA.
Oh,
YMCA.
Okay.
YMCA. So, yeah, I clashed the YMCA. And then, I went and the performance, oh my God. I was like, me have a look at most and say, me could do way better. Although I'm just coming out into the field, I'm like, we're gonna do way better. That was like nothing, you know.
Right.
And then he put me to the test, and then he started pushing me from there, and then keep going. From since then, let's head on music and.
Now you see that's unique because most sound man or sound women You know, we consumed a lot of early cassettes, listen to Clash in the early days, and then one forgot Clash, but you actually witnessed it first.
Yeah, that's the
and then decided to do it. So that's a
Yeah.
little different.
Because even though I'm a 90s baby, you know, they would say, well, they start off with a laptop and everything.
Yeah. True. You were able to make that transition.
Yeah.
Man. Katie, how is that for you? And I know your story must be a little unique because of your dad, and I need for you to definitely mention Humble and, you know, the full connection. Go right ahead.
It's funny because I didn't see myself playing music. I grew up in a household with a sound owner, aka my dad, Big Up Humble, anyway he did, Empire Sound. So my dad always had a sound. My dad always had a sound system. I always play music. But my mother was always about academics. So my mother wasn't the type to, if my daddy go in and play out at a party, we come in, that right? And she was very strict. So it wasn't something that she really wanted to incorporate in me and my brother's lives. So I grew up around it. So it's like you grew up around it, but it's just like you're around it and that's just what it is, you know? It was never a situation where I felt like I wanted to play music or I wanted to be a part of that whole sound system era or sound clash or anything like that. But what I can say is I used to go a lot of sound clashes. I used to go a lot of sound clashes when I finished school.
Right.
You know, I myself would just say, me go and watch one clash. Because then I started, it was in me. It's like I already know that's what I like, you know?
Right. So you didn't know that at that time that that's what you were going to do?
No. I never thought about me being on a stage. I never thought about me. But what I can say is, my dad used to have some dance on the basketball court in All Saints. And it was one time me and my brother got featured on one of the dance where I was selected and he was talking to Mike. And that's when I learned how to play on a turntable. That back then it was CD bag, right? I never learned how to play on a laptop. And my dad used to show me a few little things. But that was like one debut, and then he probably realized that she didn't really that much interested. So he never really tried to push it again, you understand?
Okay, got it.
So, now fast forwarding, I finished school on my own, being an adult. Daddy still had the sound around, still going places, 1 or 2 places I will go, but I will only go just to enjoy the music. You're not seeing me helping string up, do no kind of engineering, do no kind of playing no music, nothing. And then I said, in 2023, I said, you know what? I feel like more females need to be in this sound industry. Like, I'm tired of go party and dance and just hear the same set of man I play music, and I always feel like girls know what girls like to hear. I feel like I know that I like to hear, so me know like if me play songs for myself, other women can feel the vibes too. Because there's always a situation where it was male dominated, and I just feel like man go play a bunch of man songs, on a gunshot songs, on a weed song. Like girls want to enjoy themselves too. So I was like, you know, I need to see more females involved. And I was like, I just think that there's a lot of females in Antigua want to play music, but just don't know where to start. Because it's so male dominated, and because they probably think in their head that, okay, if I'm going to tell, for instance, Barbuda, I want to join Barbuda with trouble. You understand? I feel like they didn't get that room to say, okay, I want to be a part. So I now created an avenue. I posted up a flyer saying that I was recruiting girls that are interested in playing music, in becoming a DJ or being a part of a song. So I spread the word, and the idea was to start at January, find about 10 girls, and I would teach them, make persons come in and teach them how to play music, teach them the instruments, and then have like a showcase done in December, because it would have been a continuous workshop going on. And in December, they would have showcased themselves. That was the idea of the whole project that I was working on. At first, I got 10 girls. 10 girls showed up the first day. And the workshop was at down in English Harbour, Garrett Labs. Because I had a friend that was doing the manager work down there, and you know, he said you can come anytime you want and use the spot or whatever. Right? Like a couple weeks after that, the 10 girls dwindled down to about 4. Then we left from 4 and went to only 3. Within the space of 3 and 2. Right? And so I felt okay, I was wasting my time at that point because either the girls weren't interested or I really don't know what caused them to eventually just start dropping out.
So you never got a chance to follow up with them to see what it was. Okay.
If I do try to follow up, they don't answer the phone. Or maybe they're not saying that, okay, we're not interested. We thought we were for whatever reason. So anyways, I left with Marcia and the MC that was before me at the time. And I said to them, well, girls, this project doesn't seem like it's going to work out. And so I'm not going to go forward with this venture. And that was the end of it. I never spoke to Marcia or the young lady again for a while, maybe like for a couple months. We didn't connect. We didn't reconnect nothing. I didn't check in with them nothing. But then I got a phone call like a couple months after and say, Kaden, we're going into a clash and we need you to come and hear our round. I say, oh, I didn't know they were meeting up on their own separate occasion. So then now I finally went by Marcia.
1 second. So are we saying that you formed a unity with the other MC through her initiative?
Correct.
Well, I mean, since you was
Literally.
Are you link it up?
Yeah, so of course not to make this too long-winded, but fast forward to when I went and heard their round, I'm saying, yeah, I go on, man, and I gave whatever pointers I could at the time, because I think I would have learned enough from watching a lot of sound clashes and listening to a lot of sound clashes.
And being a part of the culture because your father's...
Correct, that as well too.
It's already in you.
So I just gave whatever 2 cents, and then I went. Pensioners was their first clash, and they won. Right? They won their first clash, and it was a class series. So of course they had to move on.
Right.
And so I stayed with them after them and realized, okay, the potential, and at this point everything is a farmer. And this is the buzz now, these 2 females, where they come from.
Right.
So I stayed with them, and I basically was being the photographer. I was taking a lot of videos so I can post places and so for them. And then that was 2023. So we didn't win the class series. We lost against Fataran in the end, in Chun. And then we started playing out now, because I guess that was the first appearance. Correct. We started playing at parties. People start calling me up. I remember Revolution calling me up for them to early warm for April Crucifixion. So people now start seeing me rolling with them and think, okay, well, Kaden is a contact person for whatever reason, right? So at that point, I would say I was somewhat of like a manager kind of thing. I was basically there. And then now, fast forward to 2024, following the journey with them, going out to parties, whenever them go somewhere, me day. Right? At that point, it's like, whatever gig day, me day. I'm there to take the pictures to make sure the social get out and stuff like that. And in 2024, the previous MC that was there decided to leave the song for whatever reasons. And so this was literally 2 months before Island Clash that this happened. We already registered, we were already in preparation mode, and it was literally a short time span to find somebody else to fill that gap.
2024?
2024.
This is when you were in the final round?
Correct. No, this was before, we talking about before December.
Oh, right.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So about October, November-ish is when the MC decided that, for whatever reason. So we did trying to figure out who we gonna find, but we can't find nobody in such a short time. So I said to them, hey, what? Anything we put for mind to, you have to get done. And so I remember I can tell you, I listened to about 25 clashes on SoundCloud, including the one with Jaro, the one with the white man from England. Radigan.
That's how simple, man.
World Bash, I think it was, or something. Somebody told me to watch World Bash or whatever. So I was there watching a lot of the clashes, listening like day in, day out. It was just like going to work clash, come home clash. I wanted to talk like them, I wanted to think clash. Because at this point now, I'm done put myself in the ring.
Right.
And so we practiced as well with Marcy and Muscle every afternoon. Now practice. And then lead up to Island Clash, it's just like, hey, I've always been a confident person. So confidence wasn't the issue. It's just to make sure that the speech and the song connected. And so I was writing speech. I wrote half of my speeches for Island Clash the first time we went, because that's how I learned, by writing, right? And so I went on the stage, and I see everybody hyping up, and me just like, what are they hype for? Like, I legit, when watching back the videos, the way how people was going on, I didn't get it. At first, I did not get it. But then when I realized that I nearly win the clash now, and we went for tune, I'm like, no, I won. I honestly went with no expectations of just going and just doing the best that we could. Honest to God, I personally didn't go with a winning mindset. I went with, okay, my first appearance, I may just give it 100%, and wherever my 100% land me, that is it. Right? And then after I looked at me, realized I couldn't nearly win. 2025, I went back. I study. I'm going to say, no, I can get it done. Because if I nearly win, we can get it done. And I said, 2025, we're coming back for the trophy. That was my first speech when I went on the stage. And I meant it. I meant that with 110% confidence. And me, for saying me, go home with the trophy. And that's exactly we came out victorious in 2025 Island Clash.
Okay, now Katie, I'm gonna have to stop.
Yeah. So that's what my musical journey is.
We got into 2025 already. We're not supposed to be there. So we touched on some very important things, and we're gonna go back to them. But we're not gonna go back too far. Let's go back to that series that you mentioned with Fataran. That was your first Clash series, correct?
First debut.
It wasn't my first Clash.
Series,
Well,
correct?
Clash,
You're
yeah,
right.
it was my first Clash
It
series.
was the first series.
Yeah.
So tell me when was the first Clash? I'm glad you mentioned that.
And then the other clash was the series stuff.
It was a series too?
Yeah.
It was at Pensioners too. Yeah, I didn't even remember the name of it.
There's quite a few, right? To be honest, I was hoping that you guys would be able to help me with this one. Right? And this is one of the reasons why we do the interviews.
It wasn't inside, it was outside. I think that it was the first time they ever put
Was it a
Clash.
Magnum? Between the Magnum and the Root wine.
I think it was Magnum.
It was. I think
it was
possibly
Magnum.
could have been, and I think it could have been in my early days of recording too. Yeah, so it's something I can go back and double
So
check. Yeah.
that was my first Clash. I wasn't with a female MC though. I was with a male MC. You know, I went through the first round, second round, jacked out. You know,
Okay.
but we did good either way.
Right.
You know, but move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Don't tell no lies.
He
We
did.
can call him. Who's the member? Who remember? No.
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
you
We
know.
go along. Okay.
Yeah. So, move on from that. Second Clash series was the one with Fataran again.
Right. When you got to
So the
find out
first
more
one,
with Katie.
so the first opponent was Diamond Song, where we did that with the first MC and we won that one. You know? The second one was with Fataran. Well, the first one was amazing, I must say. Like, I think we won all the rounds. And I think it was a clean sweep. That clash they done early, right through. Clean sweep, nothing to hold back.
Right.
But big up yourself, Diamond, man.
Big up yourself.
Diamond Song,
Big up yourself, Diamond Song. You know, moving on from that. Fataran now.
There you go. And I went 2 rounds and lose one.
Yeah, we won. It was 1 round we lose because they said we had to play over.
Yeah, we had to play. They said we played over some.
And then tune for tune.
And then tune for tune away, everything.
Right.
Yeah, Fataran won.
One Fataran won that one.
Right. Just
You know?
basically any highlights that you guys remember from these moments.
Oh,
How many trophy I got?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Island Clash and
2 Island Clash.
2 Island Clash.
for the one for the
Second
second
place
one for
and
the first
first
place.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't get a trophy for the be careful of my wording. For the Antigua Labour Party
No.
Sound Clash.
We already got one.
There wasn't a trophy there.
No,
Oh,
trophy is cash.
okay.
But one of the highlights from that clash with Fataran was when the MC brought out the bra. That was my highlight. That was my highlight, like. Fataran? Yeah.
big up yourself.
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
And you kind of already touched on the fact that in 2024, that was when you ended up in the finals with Arma, am I correct?
Correct.
And 2025, you know, you mean you will come back and you did just that.
And we did it.
You know, that, and I must say I felt very proud for y'all. Definitely to see y'all win that. I want to get, because you touched on something that is very important. You were saying that in the earlys, when you had these young females, or old ones, no matter who they were, the females that you were going to teach the DJing skills to, and you were saying that, you know, you have a feeling some females may be a little skeptical to step to certain situations because of, you know, maybe
Because
being
it's a male-dominated sport.
sexually approached,
Correct.
to be specific, right? And other reasons too. As females coming up in the industry, what are some of the difficult challenges you face because you are females? Especially difficulties that you don't think would have been presented if you were males.
Well, the fact that some of the soundmen don't want to clash us.
Yeah.
Some of the soundmen, when other promoters are lining up clashes, they backing up. Like, for case in point, Barbuda Clash.
This evening, talk the thing.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay. If it's one thing I'm going to do is be real.
Well, do you happen to know any particular sound that was contacted that you know said, hey, no, we don't want to with that?
Yeah, but me not calling my name. You try to call me out.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, we don't.
Anytime you can feel free
Yeah,
to say
we not calling no names,
Right.
but we've heard
but
Yeah.
you've
they
heard.
were
Okay.
contacted and they were like, no, they're not clashing us as females because we're females. You understand? So
You think it's because
That's
you're
a challenge.
females or is it because you're good?
well, that's the thing. We're unable to determine what it is exactly because we're both. We both talented and we both are females. It's not, to me, as I keep telling people, it's not like we go on the stage and we putting on some shot, boom boom shots to get no forward.
Yeah.
We actually
Also,
putting in the
notice
work.
that, notice that.
You understand? And because we putting in the work, I just feel like they're just more threatened.
Muscle, step in a little bit. 'Cause you're the manager and you're a male. What do you think, Cause? What do you think would have caused this? As the Bridget glasses.
The strength to them on me. They
Yeah.
afraid me.
Mmm.
And the strength to the ladies. That's what they fear, that's all. Plenty they don't want that now.
Yeah,
And
there's
well,
definitely
yeah.
not
But then
bad
sports,
right?
They
the
don't
sport.
want dead by a female on their head. But you know.
And we forget to touch about something just to go back to the series then, because you said you're the manager and
Slash manager. Katy Perry the manager too.
you're right, but then you gave another title. You said you're the song
Music selection.
music
Organized,
selection.
yeah.
So coming up to clashes, tell me what that experience is like for you. How you go about that process? Is it all three of you get together and select the music? Because when you say music selection, are we talking for clashes, downloading, dub selection?
Basically, me and Marcy basically top up, get some songs together. Then when I done that, I meet up as a team and everybody just group up and decide what I go play.
That's right. Anybody in particular pick songs or rhythms or rhythm selection and them kind of stuff? Or is it a group effort?
Everybody have
Group
it.
song, right?
Yeah, like if I have an idea, I'll call them and be like, you know, this is the song good for this, yeah.
Right.
Or if you're going through a round, I'm like, you know, I should push up this, and so it's a group effort.
Okay, cool. Alright guys, so I wanted to ask y'all about the promotion side of the sound. I see y'all have successfully got into promoting, especially through the aspect of the Tipsy Thursdays. Every week, you know, a different theme, a different idea. How did this come about? Who inspired it? Yeah, tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the inspiration came from Katie.
Katie?
Well, the inspiration actually came from Fire Fridays.
Oh
So,
yeah, I do.
again, my daddy was the sound owner. And my dad used to have this dance called Fire Fridays. Every Friday in Macpanaal Saints, Antigua. Right? So, I guess one day we were talking and he was like, you know, he wanted to find a way how to bring back that same Fire Fridays energy. And so, there's this lady that owns a bar in the village, well-known lady. We're familiar with her. And so we reached out to her to ask her, you know, how about building your business in the same process of us having something at your bar on a Thursday, not a Friday. Kind of changed up from, because we didn't want to call it Fridays, we reloaded. We didn't want to, because at that point,
okay.
Fridays moved from my dad to then Elf and them from Potters. They started running Fridays after a while because Fridays was brought about by my dad, but also the person that owned the bar. And so when my dad and him, I guess, part ways, he still kept having his dance and still called it Fridays. Again, no copyright, nothing. When they put in legislation to say Fridays belongs to him. So Elf and them actually started running Fridays after Empire Sound was not playing there anymore. And so kind of just dash with that and come up with something new and say, do something on a Thursday. So the lady at the bar said she thought it was a good idea. Of course, we pitched it in a way that is going to benefit both parties.
Of course.
And also give the community a little uplift. Because nothing really not happening in all things. Place dry, place dead. People want something to look forward to, something to go. And that's how the whole concept of Tipsy Thursday actually came into play. It so happened how timing is so important as well. Because when we had that conversation, that was my first debut at Island Clash, the December. But we had a conversation with the lady before December, because we were already having the intentions of starting at the start of the year 2025. Right? So then I said to him, well, obviously we then debut at Island Clash, and so Excqution created a buzz around Island Clash with being females, being the first time in a long time, being females a part of Island Clash, or even seeing two females in the whole sound industry. They haven't seen that in a while. And so I would have had a conversation with the team and be like, how about Empire Sound, which is my dad's sound, and Excqution, how about we go forward and say, okay, let's have Tipsy Thursday. And so Tipsy Thursday was born basically out of that idea. And we started our first Tipsy Thursday on February 6th, 2025. Alright? Dates are very important as well.
That was one of the questions I had to ask. So.
February 6th, 2025 was our first Tipsy Thursday.
Alright.
We had Excqution as the host DJs. And then after that, we started involving other sounds, inviting them out. And then eventually, it was the first, we did like a little exhibition clash between Excqution and Lisa because it was around Women's, no, it was around Women's Day, International Women's Day, yeah. And so we invited Lisa to come, and we had a little exhibition clash because Lisa was just about to go into Bring the Dubs and Come. So it was like a practice session for her. So we reached out to her and be like, hey, how about you do a little exhibition? And that's where the clash actually, that's where Tipsy Thursday then started to become on Clash Capital. That's where it all started.
Because I was going to ask you guys, when you initially started this initiative, did you ever think that clashes would transpire there?
No, not that we didn't think that clash was going to transpire. I think the whole concept was to bring about an entertainment that person can come. We didn't limit it to any sort of, just dance or just clash or anything.
Okay.
It was just like a free space to be entertained. And we know music would have been involved. We know sound men would have passed through. We just didn't know how it was going to develop. And eventually it literally just formed its own self throughout the whole year of 2025. And so we also had our first Clash series after Lisa's. Because after we realized everybody actually liking this whole Lisa's Excqution exhibition thing, we then started to have regular 45. And I think the next clash after that was 50 caliber and landmine.
Yeah.
That was the clash. That's the clash that we had after that.
Yeah.
And we realized that pulled a lot of people. And then we had Lion of Cambridge versus One Mission. We had a lot of one-on-ones. And it was 45s. That's what we labeled it as. And then eventually other songs start contacting me and be like, hey KB, put a match up with so and so on.
Right.
And I was like, how about we just do a whole class series? And we had our first class series in July 2025. And that was a success. Yeah. That was a success. Lion of Cambridge, big up Blacks Anyway Day.
Right.
Lion of Cambridge is also, another song in our sayings.
Right.
That's our lines right there.
Since Defenders.
Of course, big up Blacks. And Last became victorious after that, and then after that, ton of someone just started hitting me up. Hey, I want to come on Tipsy Thursday. Put me on the lineup. Put me.
It.
And that's where the buzz basically come about with Tipsy Thursday. And that's what Tipsy Thursday literally is farm itself. We had no guidelines, we had no navigation. It literally just made itself, and we just worked with it because it worked. Yeah. So, we're just coming off of our second class series, which we started early up in the year. And that was another success. Like, that was, you could have seen the growth. And I feel like with everything in life, anything that you're doing, you have to see the growth. And you have to do things in order for you to see the growth. You can't be doing the same thing and expect the same outcome. And so we had to up the ante, we had to up the prize money, we had to give the venue a little facelift. And so all these things basically made Tipsy Thursday be what it is for today because of continued growth.
And I witnessed all these changes myself.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did. Every
Yeah.
week. There was a little things, you know. Some people are not observant, you know, they may not be paying attention.
Correct.
But I was very aware of the changes y'all were making.
Correct.
So in the clash space, you have somewhat become the pioneer or the first to introduce the scenario round. Where did this come from, and how do you feel about it being regularly used now in Sound Clash?
Well, to be honest,
I'm
I'm not gonna ever tell anybody I came up with it, right?
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just letting that clear. Let's
Sure.
play the record, right?
You were the
And
first
so,
to do it here.
I'm the first to do it
implement
here
it.
in Antigua.
Correct.
However, and that is why I don't feel any when I see other series happening and they introduce it. Because that was the whole point. It had to start somewhere.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, I set the trend, just go with it because it works. And so I was actually watching a video on Instagram a day, Mecca TV. And I saw this very interesting clash happening where these people bringing a whole casket in a club. I'm like, wait, at Jamaica this today? And I zoomed in, and while going on the page, scrolling on the page, and I was like, this lady asked a question, and I see the man and them come up with, and I see she read the scenario, and I think the scenario was something about Cartel. Cartel had just came out of jail, and he had to play a song in tribute to Cartel or whatever. And I saw them guys intro and play, and I said, yo, that is bad no more. I was like, that is bad. That is look like something that me don't want out for try in our next class series. And so I spoke with Marcy and Muscle, show them the video and so, and I sit down and I brainstorm how we can come up with the scenarios, what kind of scenarios, what kind of songs to suit the scenarios. And basically that's how it came about. So every person that participated in that class series saw that video because I used that video as an example as to what they needed to do. And so again, that's why I said I had to see it somewhere in order to introduce it. So that's how the scenario round came in. But we are the one that pioneered the speech round.
Yeah.
We pioneered the speech round, I can tell you that much.
So now I'm thinking about it, that scenario round with the class series with the scenario round that I just entered, that's the same series?
Correct.
That was the first time it was
The first
implemented?
time, correct.
Well, I feel proud, man. We're part of it.
You're part of the foundation.
I never thought about that. And I also have the footage.
The footage,
so,
correct.
Yeah.
So you can go on Barbuda TV
Yeah,
and
man.
see majority of the clashes that happen in that class TV. But again, as I said, I also want to let everybody know we pioneered the speech round.
Yeah.
The part where we have to give you the song and you have to come up with the best speech for the song or the best intro for the song. We pioneered that because we had a week where we're like, what are we gonna do this week? And I was like, we need thinking about something that we can do. I was like, how about we just showcase just the MC? Because we need to see what the MC can do.
And I think that was just after the artist clash.
Yeah, that was after the artist clash.
After the artist.
We did the artist clash where local artists came and basically was singing their own song or freestyling on a rhythm. And after that I was like, you know what, we need something with just the MCs. So we told them, we call a sound, tell them, hey what, tonight we're only featuring just the MCs. You don't have to, selectors just come in the crowd and cheer on.
Yeah.
And Marcia came up with the song, ready, random song. They have about 2 seconds or 2 minutes to think about an intro. a wicked intro that the crowd gonna be like, okay, this is a connect.
Right.
And that's how that whole thing came about. So we had those 2 rounds in our last class series.
Yeah, very creative, and I like how you guys try and give different themes for different nights, you know, to keep it spicy, you know, Antigua Labour Clash. So once a clash, you know, but we can't have clash every week.
We can't have clash every week.
So, you know, I like the way you guys switch it up and, you know, make it creative, which is really good.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys have some upcoming dates, right? First of all, let's start with this evening. As you know, we're in Barbuda, so we have Barbuda Cup
If
Clash
you want
coming.
to start from the start of 2026, which is Antigua Labour
You're right.
Clash,
You're
and
right.
then come down.
You're right. But we touched on it, but very briefly.
Yeah.
We need to get a little bit in depth with that one. First of all, did you guys see the flyer and the register? For those of you watching, a flyer was released advertising 25,000 EC dollars. 20,000, which is approximately 7,000 US somewhere there for the viewers, and 12 songs in Antigua registered for this clash, including Excqution.
Yeah, for the first time we see the flyer, we like sign us up.
That's what's up.
Sign us up.
That's what's
And
up.
then they go up to 16.
And then they change from 12 songs
Oh, yes, it's true.
to
And then they go up to
16
16
songs.
songs.
Yeah, because I guess more
16 for
people
real.
wanted to enter.
Anybody on the list that kind of got you a little?
No.
Nah. Regular
The
job.
thing is, we don't
Regular
look at opponents.
Yeah.
And the thing about Clash, you can't ever say it's so unpredictable. You will go and say, boy, this man knows this Clash can beat up this song will beat up this song. But sometimes a little underdog come out on top.
Yes.
So you kinda I don't really try to go into clashes thinking, okay, well, yeah, nobody better than or whatever the case is. We just go to do our work, put in the work, put in the groundwork from before, and literally just go and give our 100%.
Who picks the outfits?
Both of us.
Y'all are always very well coordinated.
Both of us.
Yeah? Always dressed for the occasion and always fit the theme.
It's entertainment.
Whether it's the soldier shoot or the grim reaper. You know what I mean?
It's the entertainment.
Yeah, you come to fix things, boy. I tell you, by the time you step on the stage, and I like that image is important,
It
you know?
is.
Yeah, man. Alright, so any highlights from that clash?
Winning.
No, like you know what's my highlight? Me even know me even win. When I
Because there
play,
were so many rounds.
no,
Yeah,
like
that's
for the
it.
tune, it's like
Okay.
when
Gringo.
and them play this song, right? And then we play the
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. And I realized that yeah, everybody didn't know. And then I realized everybody will come up and go on like let me see what they come. I'm like, wait, the clash done?
Yeah, I knew.
But I was like, wait, we won?
Meanwhile,
Because me don't already pay for me next song. I'm like, you know, I mean,
yeah, meanwhile, I was the MC, so me don't hear, me don't know at that point who won. And that was the highlight, really like, actually beat up was 16s. But not beat up, but we actually
One.
went
Amongst.
through
Yeah.
16
Yeah.
sound and and again my mindset going in was put your best foot forward. But I remember there was one little highlight for me when my dad came. My dad was in the crowd and it was a round before the winning round. And he said to me, Katie, I'm not worried because either way I have a place. I said, Daddy, bad with it. I said, Daddy, either way I place, I will win. Like I legit told him that and I was dead ass serious because I felt like at that point, Daddy, you're trying to bring down
the energy.
Yeah.
Well, for me now, when me see humble now, me just feel the strength, the whole team. They happy.
Yeah, so I'm like, Daddy,
like he told me that, no.
Yeah.
You know, after the clash, he told me, like, you know, maybe don't now go in.
Yeah.
Can't find me see humble, but don't feel anything.
My daddy's a very humble person and they don't call him humble for a reason.
Right.
The most humblest person you ever meet. And for one thing, he always makes sure he brings some sort of positivity. So I understand he was being positive in that time when he's like, okay, no worry, I till the place. But I'm like, Daddy, in about placing, I will win, I will win. Because at that point, he done already. Me like, we call it mental because, yeah.
Alright, so this evening You know, we have the Booyard Cup Clash. And we have the winners from last year, who last year was Weasel and King, who has now become Striker Sound. And we have Jugglers. How y'all feel about this evening? Comfortable? First of all, in general, not just about the clash, being in Barbuda also. Is it your first time playing in Barbuda?
No.
You played over here before, juggling style.
This is going to be our third time.
Third time,
Yeah.
okay. First time clashing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
first time clashing. Yeah,
That's
the
what I
first time
thought.
was
Okay. Well, at least y'all are used to the climate. I guess it's regular duties. This evening, I mean.
That's another day.
I have a special costume for tonight.
You have to wait and see. You
You
have to wait and see.
See. Alright, and then we have another engagement coming up dead this time. Now, dead this time, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, there's some big guns on there. In my opinion. That may not be y'all opinion.
Ah, we're big guns.
We thought there was big guns at the
Yeah,
end.
no, you are. That's why you're there.
Yeah, but in the
They're all big
60s, in
guns.
the 60s, so we thought there was big guns too. So
True.
it's like we don't look at the magnitude of what the sound is or who the sound is. At the end of the day, talent will get you through.
Right.
And you could have had the biggest dub in the box, and we've seen it.
Yeah.
A talent or what I got actually make it get to the end.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, I don't think you need to underestimate or overestimate anybody.
Alright.
And in order for you to know if you grow or if you're the baddest, you have to go against the baddest.
That's
like
right.
you just say,
That's
the big
right.
sound and other people looking at it just the way you're looking at it.
Yeah.
So in order for us to test ourselves and to know
What level, like,
what level we need to go to or when the
We
level
can
we need to act correct,
you know,
you have to go against the big
you have to
sound.
reach, you have to go to the big sound.
That's right.
Go to the big clashes, move on to St. John's Rumble, move on to Warzone, move on to even World War.
Just like how
You hear Whitney?
Just like how
Russia, you hear?
Just like how
Look at the
unruly.
Just
Just
say.
like how unruly.
is an example.
Yeah.
I feel like every sound man, grassroots, go up. You should always have a level that you need to be going up. As years, months, however long you want to do it, because it all depends on you, it should always be a growth. You understand? We can't be doing grassroots clashes forever and ever until we grow. To me, you're not really showing much growth there.
How do you feel about sounds that come into the business and want to bypass the grassroots stage? In other words, they cut some dubs and then want to call out Excqution for a clash. They've never put in any work anywhere, they're not really clashing. What do you think about
I call that bravery.
I'm just picking your brain.
I call that bravery.
Yeah.
Bravery?
We call that bravery.
Yeah?
Yeah, and we will take you on
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
We will take you on because at the end of the day, you're doing most of half of the cowards and them not doing.
Doing true.
Ah.
And
That's
then
nice.
they who they long time, not in there some long time,
Yes.
don't know those things and
They just want to stay one
Yeah.
place.
so imagine somebody who don't know nothing, just want to play the sports and just want to call her out. Why not?
Yeah.
Like you're brave. You tried.
I just personally,
Nothing is wrong with it.
I just personally feel every sound man, or every sound, because the sound is, to me, a sound is the person it by itself. Right? You and the sound is working together.
Right.
And for me, every sound should have some sort of mission, some sort of vision, somewhere that they want to go. And I feel like once every sound have that, we can see more quality, better quality in clashes. We can actually see overseas sound actually coming to Antigua, because the matchup would be right there. I feel like that's just the overall picture of what it's supposed to be like.
With that said, could you guys, because you guys are very good with your promotion, hence the reason there's a promo video stating that you guys will be here. It was well put together, talking about the clash. It was well animated. I enjoyed it, right? Could you guys explain how important that is, not only for your song, but for your branding and for things like that? Because I think some of the songs in Antigua, just like it, as simple as it may seem, the interview we're doing here, which is important to you guys. Could you guys just shed some light on that?
To me, you get your fans,
You
get
see?
your supporters.
See?
Like people just be home and when they see they're like, what? Someone gone, what them?
Yeah.
I'm like, and then come through, they call up somebody and say, boy, make her touch them, get up on the seat. And, you know, more people just roll in, so it just build you.
Yeah.
Help build you.
And I think you guys have built a brand in a short space of time that is already a force to be reckoned with. And being that you guys are females, it could be, you know, a little difficult for you. Yeah, exactly, at times. But you already must be right there, so they can't
We gonna always have the muscle. We gonna always have the muscle.
Always.
Alright, now in this part, this is our final segment. Unless you guys have anything else that you would like me to touch on. I asked you to pick between two artists. Now, how you pick is entirely up to you. If you'd like to give me a little explanation, right? That's fine. Most of you are not involved, right? I'm gonna ask for the two artists and then each of you pick down the line. It's just a fun thing, you know? And I like to see how people view certain things, right? So the first one is very easy. Barbuda and Cartel.
Gaza.
Boy, I didn't even waste the time. You have to think about that.
Gaza.
Nothing with gully.
You got the goalie, but
Respect. Yeah, what do you think, ice cream?
Same thing.
Gaza?
But I love Gully same, but Gaza.
Okay.
Respect Gully.
Katie?
Is it a situation where we have to choose? Or is it?
You can say both. I think the viewers would like a reason though. If you're gonna say both.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this over there.
Tell me.
Gaza me say,
Alright.
shit and paddy in the gully. We've heard it. We've heard it. Person said it before. You understand?
Okay.
No shade, but that's what people be saying. I didn't say that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Gaza me say.
I'm tired with that. Now we're gonna start on this side and come this way for this one. Ladies are Tanya Steven.
I feel like I'm gonna be subjective and say Tanya because I listen to a lot of Tanya albums. Revolution, bad album. You understand? So Tanya, my girl, I feel like ladies are too raunchy for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna really think more over here, skin out, pum pum. Can't every day, so no.
That's
Tanya
fair.
actually have to me a bit more variety. You can have a sad day and you sing. I just think about real life stuff because she had this song where she talked about giving a man a jacket. And the way how she was so creative in that song.
Right.
Yeah, pick up Tanya anyway.
Since you say that about the raunchy, I'm gonna ask you one more. Spice or Shensia?
Shensia.
That's why I asked. I thought the same.
Another thing,
Yeah,
the
the same
I feel
the
like
dog
Spice is
was
just,
Yeah.
to me,
Are you
Spice
agreeing with both of our answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Monotone, man.
Tanya give you more, as she said, more variety,
More
more you
versatile.
can more mess to more war style of music. You check.
Like the one where Jack on the 190. Gangsta lean and gangsta walk. May pay attention.
Yeah, man, some of them are the most gangster style.
with that one day, me can say both because ladies got the same variety of song what Tanya have. Probably haven't get to them yet, but ladies do have them side.
Okay, ladies do have one or two because she have a song that for females who can have children and all these things.
Yeah.
You check and she have. You know, but
Yeah.
Tanya do
But
give you
I think Tanya have a bit
more.
more though.
Tanya have a more.
I think Tanya have a bit more. But
Yeah.
hey.
But when it comes to the roughness, no. Yes, give it to
Okay. Okay. Alright. Let me see what I can do this one now. Two more, right? Beanie and Bounty. Giants. The discussion still takes place on no. Because they had this king talk. But now I'm gonna pick your brain with that part. Beanie Bounty.
I say both. I say both because I
That's
feel
good.
like both of them are giants in their own community. You know? You have Beanie, who's called himself the king of dancehall, and you have Bounty, to me, who's the king of war. Because to me, he sings a lot of their war song. And that's exactly why I said they're both giants in their own separate community.
Yeah.
Okay, and you forgive me here, right? Because I'm a very good listener. You said, them say Beanie Man the king, and then you said, Bounty is the king of
Okay,
war.
so
are you disagreeing with what people say? Am I reading you wrong?
No, I'm just saying what the public is saying.
Just your word.
Yeah, I'm just saying what the public is saying.
Oh.
Beanie Man call himself the king of dancehall.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Is Cartel a king also?
Again, they are giants in their own community.
I'm just asking.
You understand? You realize what I did there? You realize what I did there, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Alright. So I'm not gonna choose either or. I think they both good artists.
That's
well, great artists.
Mm-hmm.
And they're people that I grew up listening to.
That's what's
And
up.
so yeah.
Some people don't like to pick either or, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just for entertainment purposes. So yes, it be the multi.
Honestly, recently like getting deep into their music.
For real.
Yeah,
What you
like
say?
getting real deep into their music. Like,
So the perspective you once had is changing.
no.
Oh.
I would say both, because I still get the same feeling out from the both of them.
Okay.
The same
Oh.
vibe.
Oh.
Because we literally have a folder with Beanie and all Beanie and
Right.
all Bounty and two of them just bad.
Two of them back.
You just don't even know what to choose from, just two of them just bad.
Feel like Muscle and Killer guys, you know, is it?
The same thing both.
Both? Okay. Respect. Alright. Last one. More recently. Massacre. Tommy Lee.
Massacre.
Wow, that was quick.
Hands down. Now do you know Uncle Demon story? Nope.
Listen,
No problem.
when me just wait Tommy Lee for a long time.
Right.
You know, Uncle Demon and the Pussy Mechanic and all his own there, so you know. So we wait Tommy Lee for a long time.
Right.
So we sorry.
Right.
We go Tommy Lee. But we got Massacre same way still, but we
Yeah,
go
straight.
Tommy
Live.
Lee.
Gaza.
Look, Tommy Lee. That is it. Alright, one more. Female?
Go ahead.
Female?
Shoes.
Cecile Lila Ike.
I just say Cecile.
I would say Cecile.
Yeah.
I guess because she's been out
I
there.
thought it was
okay,
gonna be harder for y'all.
She out there to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she longer, right?
yeah,
Have more
but then-
hits.
And we're not hearing much of Lila Ike like that. She's bringing up, but not much. Like,
I feel like she targets a different.
Okay,
community.
let's see who can knock out Cecile now. Cecile and Alain.
The only person that can knock.
yeah, I was just like,
Maybe if you say
she's the only person that comes
maybe
to
if you say
mind.
Cecile and Itana. Like that one to me I can't choose.
The only thing I would give Itana over Cecile is maybe a voice.
Vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Cecile
yeah.
is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Alright, let's wrap it up, guys. But of course, anybody you want to shout out, and most importantly, how they get in contact with you, social media, numbers, if you want to disclose, because I know y'all are females, that could get very hectic. Your WhatsApp be blowing up all night. Right? So, email or Facebook or anything that's social media driven that you'd like your fans to follow.
Okay, so we got Facebook. We have Excqution Sound on Facebook, and the email is excqutionsound@gmail.com. Yeah, and the Instagram.
We have Instagram, which is Excqution Sound.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's just Excqution Sound for the Instagram. And we recently just joined the TikTok community.
Oh
Yeah, so on Instagram it's just Excqution Sound.
Mhm.
And bear in mind, people, it's gonna be falling right at the bottom here because I know this guy bad. Look at that. It's EXCQUTION. It's gonna be fitting right there below on the screen.
That is it.
Right?
That
Yes.
is it.
Bob, put that in.
And I'm guilty because I spelled it wrong in the past too, and I apologize, guys.
Alright.
And I know you've noticed.
Okay.
So, but what give me, I take a note.
No, not at all.
Yeah, all right.
Not at all.
Oh, Muscle Birthday dance.
Yeah.
So he's having a dance. So in July 10th.
Okay.
So Muscle Earth Strong right there in Afghanistan, right there in Foundation.
That is it, man.
That's full shop.
Right there in the Feather School Shop, yeah.
Okay, respect.
It used to be
July.
July 10th.
July
10th.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then TikTok, Excqution Sound. Same thing on TikTok. So on our socials is Excqution Sound with that special unique spelling.
Yes.
Correct. And then they can also check out Tipsy Thursday 268 on Instagram for our weekly updates, see what's coming up next, see when the next class series is going to be, see what we're up to.
Yeah, see
Check
how
us out
our
at Tipsy
dates-
Thursday 268. I think that's most in terms of contact. Any sound out there that's interested in coming on the lineup for Tipsy Thursday can contact me at 780-8843. That's the contact number. You'll get me directly. And that's basically it in terms of contact information. Shout out Empire Sound.
Oh yes.
Pick up yourself humble. Anyway, and if it's one thing y'all gonna see, every time I finish a class, I'm gonna big up my parents. Alright? They are big supporters in my musical journey, and also big supporters of the team itself. So definitely want to big up my parents, because a lot of parents don't understand why you're doing something, but the fact that I'm in it, they will support.
Big up for me, mommy too.
Let me tell you, for mommy too, because she home with the kids and them, you know?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely have to big up the parents. And big up all supporters, big up person that believe in us. Sorry, I'm not trying to make this long, but when we went to the border clash,
Restraint, take it. Take your time.
we went to the border clash because we
Right.
were in that clash.
Right.
I'm not going to talk too much about that clash, and there's reasons for that, right? But there was a guy there.
Katie, how you do with that?
There was a guy there, and the guy said, yo, you know, because of Excqution song, I make me start coming clash.
You know, our guy said that in all things too.
Another person told you that, right?
Another guy said that in all things. They like, I made me start.
From the time they saw us at Island Clash, we've gotten supporters that literally follow us. We've got even our own supporters in Alice's that they have on their shirt, and anywhere we go in, they will come.
Yeah.
So you big up the supporters, because without y'all, Excqution wouldn't reach so far. You know?
That is it.
So definitely want to big up the supporters. And the new fans after this video, or after getting to know who we really are. And we're very much real, genuine, down-to-earth people. And I can tell you, it doesn't get no realer than this. It really doesn't.
Welcome to the Barbuda series now.
So we're gonna wrap up the interview. Thank you, Barbuda, for having us here today. Really appreciate you for taking your time out to come. You had to even travel the waters for this video to happen.
It just so happens that all three are together. So it's
Look at that.
What a year and that is it. That is it.
Just big up the team,
Final
big up the
words.
supporters.
Yeah, that is it.
Well, just to tell everybody, look out for Excqution in the future.
True, man.
We're not stopping, we're not stopping.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that
final.
is it.
The aim is to get to a point where we can see our growth, see where from where we started to where we are,
That is
and
it.
Where we
also
going?
yeah, and any overseas promoters,
Yeah.
can hit us up. Hit us
Oh,
up.
they will.
We
You gave it
can
up. I'm gonna
travel
put it on the
right.
screen.
Right now we can travel
No, no,
regionally,
Mhm.
but we're definitely gonna get to the international stage sooner than anything.
That is it. I believe you. Yeah, man. Katie, big up yourself. Marcia, enough respect, aka Ice Queen.
Yeah.
And Muscle, you don't know you go right. And we can definitely link again in the future.
Definitely,
And if I win tonight, more we interview a dance one, right? We don't talk.
as soon as that's done.
That is
Yeah,
it.
that is it.
Say less, because we're gonna win anyway.
When we win, not if we're gonna win. When
I do apologize. When I win.
Manifestation is a very big thing.
It is. Words are power.
That is it.
Big up yourself.